One day, you realize it. The phone no longer rings. There are no more messages, no more visits. The laughter that once filled the house has vanished, and in its place, only the echo of your waiting remains. And the question, though not spoken out loud, screams in the soul, what happened? Why don't my children seek me out like before? Did I fail? Do I no longer matter to them? Is this emptiness my punishment for something I cannot quite understand? Let me speak to you today not only as a philosopher but as a human being, because what you are experiencing is not only a family issue, it is a moral, existential, and emotional conflict that deserves to be understood with depth and dignity. You are not alone in this feeling. Thousands of parents silently live this same absence, and it is time to illuminate that darkness with understanding, wisdom, and action. Today I want to show you, step by step, how to respond to that silence in a way that does not destroy you, but lifts you up, because there are still paths, and your story is not over. Chapter 1. Don't confuse distance with contempt first. You must know this. Your children's distancing is not always a sign of rejection. Adult life is full of obligations, pressures, and sometimes wounds that haven't healed. Many children pull away not because they hate, but because they are dealing with their own storms. Not everyone knows how to maintain bonds without carrying old emotions. Sometimes, silence is self-protection, not punishment. They don't hate you. They are confused, or hurt, or emotionally immature, but that does not define your value as a mother or father. The first step is not to take it personally, but to see it as a symptom of something deeper that can still be resolved. Chapter 2. Examine without blaming yourself. Reflect without punishing yourself. In my philosophy, I held that morality begins with the judgment of reason, and this judgment should not be internal self-destruction, but calm reflection. Ask yourself, were you demanding, absent, too controlling, overprotective? If so, it's okay to recognize that, but don't drown in guilt. The past cannot be changed, but it can be understood. Reflection is not for self-flagellation, but for growth, to bravely accept what could have been done better, and also to see all the good you gave, because if you are reading this, it's because you still care, and that love has power. Chapter 3. Break the cycle of passive waiting. Many parents wait for the child to call, to apologize, to come back. But that prolonged waiting often turns into resentment, and resentment becomes wounded pride, and pride into silence. If you also stop reaching out, you stop being a bridge, and bridges do not rebuild themselves. Do the opposite. Take action. Write a sincere letter. Send a message without reproach. Ask without accusing. Invite without pressure. Not to beg but to show that your door remains open. Because sometimes one act of loving vulnerability breaks years of disconnection. Chapter 4. Never say, after all I did for you. This phrase, so common, is a poison to emotional connection, because it turns love into a debt, and no child wants to feel that they owe their freedom in exchange for affection. True morality, as I wrote, is not transactional. Love is not measured by return, but by purity of intention. Love without demanding, give without invoicing, remember without requiring payment. That way, your memory will be light, not burden, your presence, relief, not pressure, and that, sooner or later, opens paths back. Chapter 5. Stop seeking recognition, start offering understanding. Parents long for their children to say, thanks for everything. You were the best. Now I understand what you did for me. But that recognition sometimes never comes. Not because they don't feel it, but because they don't know how to express it. Because their emotional language is different. Instead of waiting for praise, offer understanding. I know your life is hard. I imagine you're busy. I understand that sometimes you don't know what to say to me. Empathy disarms. Compassion builds. And when children feel understood, it's easier for them to come closer. Chapter 6. Make peace with virtuous detachment. Mature love does not cling. It frees. Don't live waiting every day for their call as your only source of meaning. Rebuild your world. Pick up hobbies again. Make new friends. Travel if you can. Read, learn, laugh. Your life isn't over because your children distanced themselves. Your identity is not limited to the role of parent. When they see that you're living with joy, without pressure, without emotional blackmail, it's easier for them to want to share that new life with you. Because free love attracts, dependent love suffocates. Chapter 7. Watch your language. Watch your energy when speaking to your children. Avoid phrases like, "You never call me," "You don't care about me anymore," "I bet you'll only look for me when you need something." These phrases, though born from pain, are disguised knives. They cut communication, provoke defenses, and push further away. Instead, say, "I'd love to know how you're doing. I'm here if you want to talk. I miss you, but I respect your space." These words open, not close. They caress, not accuse, and the energy you transmit in every interaction can build bridges, or burn them. Chapter 8. Remember, they are also in process. Being an adult doesn't mean being mature. Many children are still working through wounds, insecurities, traumas, some from home, others from the world, and sometimes, to heal, they need distance. Don't take it as attack. Take it as part of the process. Sometimes, the child who pulls away isn't indifferent. They're immature, hurt, confused, and they need time. But even more, they need to know that you'll be there when they're ready to return. Chapter 9. If the silence hurts too much, seek help. Not everything resolves on its own. Emotional pain needs to be heard. Don't be afraid to seek support. Family therapy, parent support groups, active listening spaces, talking heals, sharing frees. And knowing you're not alone gives you strength to go on. Seeking help is not weakness, it is wisdom. Epilogue. Love, when free, always finds the way back. There's no guarantee your children will return with the same frequency or intensity. But there is one certainty. If you sow respect, compassion, virtuous detachment, and loving presence, love finds its path. The bond can transform. Maybe it won't be daily calls or constant visits anymore, but something deeper can be reborn. An adult, free, respectful relationship. And that's worth more than 1,000 soulless calls. Do this immediately. Let go of guilt. Free yourself from pride. Speak from love. Live your life. Trust the process. Your children, sooner or later, will feel the echo of your tenderness. And when they do, they'll know that despite everything, you were always there. Because true love is not measured by the frequency of contact, but by the depth of presence, and that, mother or father, you can still offer, even in silence.